We are live.
Hello. Ouch. Oh my gosh. So the little Diablo is feeling extra Diablo-y this evening, so prepare to have constant interruptions of us getting bit by
This little devil.
the creature. You're gonna pass me my phone, please. I heard Jesse message me. And hi from Peanut.
This peanut.
Sweet girl. No. Oh,
That's fine.
just heard Pepper get out of bed upstairs, so she might make an appearance too.
So we got like a quarter of an inch of snow on the ground so far.
And 12 to 18 inches coming our way. So.
Allegedly.
Well, okay, so John bet me $5 that it would snow less than what? Oh my! Is that what we're here to talk about tonight?
No, but look at it.
Just put it away. John bet me $5 that we would get less than 6 inches of snow, and I bet him $5 that we would get more than 6 inches of snow. So we'll see what happens. And I've also got a bet in with my uncle, who bet the over/under. Can you read who just said hi? I'm far away. I need to get closer.
Guten Yardening? Seriously think that's who it's from?
Gluten, maybe?
No, Guten Yardening.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
Okay. All right. So yeah, we have a ton of snow coming our way, and it's gonna be fun.
2 inches? Mulberry Branch, where you at?
That would be nice if all we got was 2. I would be happy to lose these $10 worth of bets out and not have,
Yeah.
a foot and a half of snow on the ground.
Indiana?
Yeah, so dreaming, that's what we are going to talk about tonight. We're kind of going to go, what? Oh, hi Rob Poley, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about, like, if we were to have an ideal, total dream homestead, and, this is not for, like, right now, but, like, what it would be like, where it would be, where in the country it would be, how many acres it would be, what kind of animals we would have. That's our plan. We're going to talk about those
Less
things.
dogs. Fewer dogs.
Yeah, no dogs, no.
No dogs?
Maybe one dog. Peanut can come.
So yeah. Alright, so first thing we have is how many acres?
30. Well, so I think in my dream, and we didn't like pre-talk about it, so we're gonna go back and forth and see how we both feel.
Right.
What's your dream?
Well, initially I feel like I want as much as humanly possible. So like, literally as much as we can get. So like, I guess the nice round number in my head is like 100.
100 would be nice.
Yeah. Because then it's like, then we can really kind of decide what we want to do with it, and there's like limitless potential for like whether we want to do flowers or food or animals.
100 is so much, though. I'm sure there would
it's a
be
lot.
huge swaths of that land.
Think of all the farm trucks we could have.
Yeah, but we would probably
Tractors.
do nothing with a lot of that land, really, other than like never see our neighbors.
Well,
Plenty of
goals.
space. Plenty of space to bury the body, right?
right. What?
What? What body?
Anyway. I think, goal is no neighbors.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about zoning, nobody calling you on your roosters or anything like that.
Right. Like it's kind of like.
Just get 6,000 roosters, put them all right in the middle, let them cock-a-doodle-doo to their little heart's content.
Yeah, we've got rules about like how far from the edge of the property border you can build, your chicken coop or whatever. So like, okay, we have 100 acres and you need to be 30 feet from the edge. Like, try me.
Hey, Farmstead Smith.
Hey, Farmstead Smith, how are you? So, 100 acres?
100 acres would be
Agreeing.
nice.
Okay. Next, what region of the country?
So, part of me feels like Utah or
Hello, Teresa Poley, thank you for coming.
Colorado or Texas. Texas might be nice.
Too hot in Texas.
Well, so part of me is like,
not enough rain.
ride your motorcycle all year round.
But we need the sky to rain.
That's true.
The sky to rain. The sky to
rain.
water our gardens for us occasionally.
We'll have people for that.
We have people?
Uh,
You didn't have employees
We'll
on
have
this?
dogs to water our.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how
Think
that
we can
works.
train them to do that?
No, probably not.
Probably not. But anyway, I don't know. Like, wherever it's cheap. Or
So
we can find
what
cheap
about
land.
like Pennsylvania?
Yeah, maybe Pennsylvania.
So I can sway the election.
Not to show our hand politically or anything like
Well,
that.
we could sway it in either direction.
Either direction, that's right.
Not Colorado. Why not Colorado, Adrian? My best friend from like since I was in middle school moved away to Colorado, and he loves it there, and I like visiting him.
And you like snowboarding. You might snowboard again if we lived in Colorado.
Yeah, if we lived in Colorado, I would take back up snowboarding. I just can't with this East Coast ice nonsense.
Shred the gnar.
No, not Colorado. Interesting. Two anti-Colorado
Well,
votes.
Adrian said short growing season.
Well, you think it's shorter than here?
I don't know. Maybe.
And you call it expensive. You would gag if you knew about property prices in Connecticut. Like, it's probably
Teresa Poli says Vermont.
Vermont. I know. Then I could be near Susie. Would be nice.
I'm okay. I like Vermont. Vermont's cool, but again, like I think
That's a
it's
short growing season.
real short growing season. But I mean, you can't eat the grass makes it work in Canada. They've probably got a shorter growing season than Vermont.
Yeah, her season.
Texas is probably cheapest of the list. Longest season. Adrian's making a lot of really salient points here for Texas.
I don't want to be in Texas. I want to have 4 seasons. Like it's just like I don't.
You
wanna
were
be
just all right. So we were just railing against the snow that's happening right now. That's 1 of 4.
It is 1 of 4, but I need it. I don't want to be. How hot it would be in the summer.
But it's a dry heat. Plus Gulf of Mexico, we could go fishing. I know you love fishing.
I love fishing.
There was for our
For your wedding
it's
present.
for my wedding present.
He doesn't even know.
Well, I couldn't remember because it happened like for my birthday, but anyway, so we went fishing and we had Kat hold up a fish and it like
The
threw
guys
up.
really wanted me to be involved, so they were like, hold the fish, it'll be fun. And I was like, I'm not really into like dead or dying fish.
It was alive though, because
Yeah.
it threw up and it landed in her shoe.
He literally, so there's a picture of me like horrified holding this fish, like having just been, and it vomited, like the stuff that came out of this fish. I don't eat seafood.
It was like the best wedding present I could have gotten.
Yeah, it was horrific. And the picture of me is like, somebody take this out of my hand. He put the captain guy put like a
Susie.
clip. Oh, hello. Hi, Susie. Yeah,
Yeah,
the captain
poor
of the
fish.
boat put a clip in the fish, so I wouldn't have to like hold the actual fish. I was just holding plastic, but I was. Yeah, guts and stuff. I don't really do.
So Adrian said it's not a dry heat in the Gulf region. So
Listen, Texas is out. If you're going,
Okay, so Texas is
if
out.
You're
All right,
going
so
to Texas, you're going by yourself.
just so we're clear,
I would visit Texas so I could try to meet Johanna Gaines.
Texas is out.
Yeah, like she's just floating around
Right.
Texas waiting to meet me. Okay, so
Well, wait. So
Vermont, Pennsylvania.
Vermont, Pennsylvania. I think that's a possibility. I think moving out west is also a possibility at some point.
Yeah, right.
Not necessarily in the near future because we
Right.
like being close to family,
Right.
but it's possibility. You know.
I don't know if we'd move out of Connecticut while we're like being close to family. I just heard a
Right.
snowplow drove by.
Yeah, they've been sanding the roads too.
Oh yeah, that's good. So maybe it won't be too bad.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So like not now.
No, right. Yeah,
But
this
like
is
at
all
some point in the future. Right. So like
My
when we
mom was like, "Oh, you'll need to send me the address." I was like, "Mom, I don't think you're gonna need it. We're talking like 40 years
right.
from
Yeah.
now."
Yeah. When we're old.
See, I couldn't read your tag. Who said that? Fleetwood Patch, lime trees. I would consider sacrificing having 4 seasons if it meant I could grow citrus. I think it would be cool to have like orange trees. My dad lived in California for a spell, and
California's off the list.
yeah, no, I don't want to live in California, but a climate like California. We're on 1.8 acres currently, so not just under 2. But yeah, my dad had a neighbor who had this like huge orange tree, and it was, they were on little postage stamp lots, and like 2/3 of the orange tree like hung off this guy's property, like over to the sidewalk. And to me, sidewalk oranges are fair game. So That was cool. I would
Yeah.
love to have one just like that.
Okay, so that's the rule. So we can get Catherine to a non-4 season state as long as we grow citrus.
If they're citrus.
There it is. All right. Next, what's that called? Geography.
Yeah. So like, what kind of geography we would want? So river, lake, hills, mountains, or flat.
Well, I mean, I think flat for growing would be nice,
Yeah.
but I like looking at mountains. Once again, pushing for Vermont is okay. Vermont would be good with the
Rolling hills.
green mountains. They're mountains, not just hills.
Depends on where you are. Don't be bratty. And what about like a river versus a lake or no water at all?
I think water would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Lake, I like lakes. Sometimes you can have fun on a lake. Where did we go? We went to Michigan a couple years ago for 4th of July.
Yeah. I have my aunt and uncle have the coolest little lake house off this tiny little lake. The only thing about lakes is then you're more likely to have neighbors. Like, we're not going to find
That's true.
100
Yeah,
acres
yeah.
with a lake.
We could have a pond.
A pond, maybe, yeah.
Pool. We got a pond. Pond would be good for you.
Huh?
That sort of thing.
Oh.
But yeah, I think river. I mean, I don't really have a preference with that kind of stuff. I think just as long as it's nice, something that's not right. So Adrian's got the right idea. Your own lake. We have 100 acres.
You're dreaming.
Well, we got 100 acres. You get a nice, 5-acre pond.
Little private lake cat John.
You nip it?
Not if it's cold. We'll see.
All the time.
Okay.
Shrinkage. Well, so what's your opinion? Because I feel like I'm talking a lot here.
Well, okay. My hair eats these hair ties for breakfast.
Dinner.
What's my preference? Well, knowing how you really need to watch Caddyshack.
It's too old for Catherine. It's before the cutoff. Cat has a rule that no movies before 1988.
The year I was born. If a movie was made before I was born, I'm probably not gonna like it. It's just they've got a vibe that I don't jive with.
She does have a lot of hair.
Oh, I have too much hair.
It's big. She's thick.
She's thick. Me and my sister, whenever we get together, which is less frequently now that there's a pandemic going on. She's got this like real thin hair, so we'll take like this little corner of my hair and like squeeze it, and then take all of my sister's hair together and squeeze it. We're like, yeah, it's about like this.
So anyway, your opinion on geography?
Yeah. So, well, knowing some of the things that I know now, I think being somewhere that's already kind of like flat and open for like pasturing the animals that we want, growing whatever we want, because if we live in some like forested area,
prefer not to cut down.
Yeah, it'll be hard
acres of
and it'll be
trees.
expensive and it'll be like I don't want to kill a bunch of trees. So like middle of nowhere cornfields kind of area, but then instead of growing like cornfields, grow like whatever we feel,
The Fleetwood patch says Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Oklahoma. Where is Oklahoma? You know?
West.
Well, yeah, but I meant
We are terrible.
I was doing this.
I think it's Midwest. I think it's like right in the heartland.
Or Idaho, right?
Idaho, yeah, that
is
was
like the least populated per acre. No, that can't be true because that must be Alaska.
Rob says Vermont is number 1, but I don't think that's true. Can we do a Hey Google?
Hey Google. By acre. That would have been too big.
Wyoming. According to
Wyoming.
Beef 2
Oh,
Live,
that's interesting.
Wyoming is the least
Followed
populated
by
state in
Vermont,
the United
Alaska.
States, followed
I
by
don't know if
Vermont
you
and
guys can do this
Alaska.
or not, but
Yeah, we're getting taught by Google. Learning. So Wyoming would be interesting.
the interesting thing is I don't know anything about any of these states. Idaho, Wyoming, Oklahoma. I just know that they are far away. The winds go swooping down the plains, yeah. Dust Bowl. That's what I'm talking about.
You don't want to live in Wyoming. Why?
Let's see,
Wyoming
sucks. Super long winter.
Longer than like where we are in Connecticut?
Probably. Well, there's nothing there, but that's
the
fine.
point.
Right.
We're trying to get where there's nothing.
There's nothing there and no one, and that's the goal.
Right. we wouldn't want to go like months without seeing people and like wonder if the zombie apocalypse has already happened and
Right.
we've
Well,
just
if you want
missed
4
it.
seasons, why don't we go to Alaska?
Oh. So
Ah?
does
Ah?
do,
Ah?
I went to college to be a teacher, and when I was graduating college, they were
Telling you to go to Alaska?
there were incentive programs for
Right.
teachers to go to Alaska. They were going to pay. Alaska's like the 4th highest paying state in the country for teacher salaries,
There you go.
even though Connecticut was like 3rd. so like, oh, I could just go home. But they were paying like room and board, moving expenses, like all this stuff. They were begging, and I seriously considered it. I'm not sure why I didn't end up in Alaska, but I wouldn't have.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 24 hours of sunlight in summer.
Yeah.
So we could go insane.
Right. Yeah, depending on where you are in Alaska, because like super southern Alaska, like Anchorage is almost like a normal place. Like there's no way there's no way I could do like way northern Alaska, like up by
Where are
those people.
what is
I'm
this?
not
Is it
sure.
Simple Living Alaska?
Yeah, they're cool. I'm not sure where
They're
they are
cool.
in Alaska.
Have bees in Alaska? That's
Yeah.
badass. Yeah. But anyway, so I guess consensus is ideally it would be flat and clear so that we don't have to level and
Murder a bunch
clear
of
land,
trees.
yeah. But I mean also I think if we ever not that it's ideal, but I think if we ever did clear a whole bunch of land, all of the wood would get chipped and then go back into the soil.
Yeah. White Knights, what is that? Somebody asked if we'd heard of White Knights. I haven't. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
So then let's talk about farm animals that we'd have on our...
let's save that for later because that's I'm gonna go deep.
Oh, you're going deep.
Yeah.
Well, so
Let's go.
chickens,
Yeah, or we can go. Yeah.
farming food,
Yeah,
farming
let's
flowers.
do farming food, and then we'll go animals, and then we'll go chickens. Let's go
Okay.
a little reversal.
So what food are we farming?
Lettuce,
Is our goal to farm
kale.
food, like to sell food? Is our goal to farm food to like feed ourselves?
I think ideally, we would both like to eat more vegetables, because then that would kind of make sense. But so, I think
Quail, that would be cool.
would it?
I don't know.
Quail?
Cool for you. And I like little things. Maybe button quail?
Button quail?
Button quail, but just as like pets. I don't think I would like.
Eat them?
No, definitely wouldn't eat them. I was eating their eggs.
Ah.
I don't even know if I would do that.
But so in terms of farming food, I think it would be ideal if we were able to grow what we ate a lot, obviously. I
Right.
mean, that's the goal with anybody who does homesteading is to
Right.
Grow your own food, self-sustainable
Right.
sort of model. But I think we are right. Mulberry Branch got it right.
Yeah.
Because
And
we're
just sell the excess. So, but that's sort of. Then why did we plant 8 pounds of garlic? That's more than feeding ourselves.
Do you really want to know why we planted 8 pounds of garlic?
I don't know. Do I?
Because you wanted it, and I'm an enabler. So
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it would
we
be.
have so many chickens. We have so many dogs. So we have pretty much whatever we
Vampires.
have. Yeah, vampires. And we actually, but that was actually kind of cool because we actually didn't end up planting all of the garlic. We planted a whole bunch of it, and then
And then we gave some away to.
gave a whole bunch away to some
To
of our
neighbors.
neighbors. Yeah,
We-
posted on the local Facebook
Yeah,
group.
we have a guy who lives in town, Christopher Singleton, who
Yeah.
every once in a while pops into our lives.
Yeah.
And
He's good.
yeah, he got his picture into a seed catalog in his watermelon patch, which is just like,
That's cool.
did everybody just lose us for a second?
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we just saw buffering, but
No.
but yeah, we like to be able to share the wealth and give things away, and then we did little Ziploc baggies and said Ziploc baggies of garlic out on the farm stand. Anybody who wants some can come grab some. And it was cool because we saw, some people, they would come and grab some and then honk
Yeah.
and wave.
And in the end, one of our goals is to be able to make money because I think, if we could replace one of our incomes or even just, supplement our incomes, that would be great. but so we also like to be able to give stuff away. Like a lot of the stuff, we didn't grow a whole ton of produce to sell, and I don't think we really sold any produce last year, like at our little farm stand.
Yeah, I
But
don't
it's
think
nice,
so.
nice to be able to give it away, you know,
Yeah.
and pawn off our kale on everybody else.
Unsuspecting.
Yeah. And some people even asked for it.
I know,
It's
yeah.
crazy people.
Rob and Teresa, sorry you didn't
Yeah.
get more kale this year.
Yeah, next year.
I think that's good though. Like plan on maybe selling a little bit, but giving
Right.
away.
But if we have 100 acres, then it's just like plant all the stuff.
Yeah. And then flowers.
Yeah.
I wanna focus on flower farming. I want us to be able to like really like fields of flowers, you know what I'm saying? Like you stand at the edge of this and it is like busting at the seams with color.
Yeah.
And I think that the puppy is having a little dream right now.
As soon as you say that, it
I know,
always
well, and I
stops.
touched her, so
Yeah.
kind of woke her up.
Well, so yeah, and for me, I think I get less excited by flowers, but I think flowers do. It's cool to sell flowers, and Kat does really nice things with the arrangements. She does a really nice job making them, and we actually did really well this year selling flowers off of our farm stand. Because like last year we mainly sold eggs, and then we would just hope that we would have enough eggs to set up the table so that we could also maybe sell a couple of arrangements of flowers. But then this year it was like we had people asking us for flowers.
Yeah. We
which
had a
is
couple
cool.
people like special occasions, like say like it's our anniversary, could we
Right.
pre-order some flowers, which
Yeah.
is just like
Yeah.
that's cool that
Yeah.
somebody would want to kind of like share that with us
Yeah.
and with themselves. And I don't know if you can like make that connection with veggies. I guess like if it's a special meal, you can be like, oh, you know, you grow my favorite.
Yeah. Well,
whatever,
that's what
whatever.
Adrian said, that she gets more excited with flowers than vegetables. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like kind of a more personal connection.
Yeah. Well, because they're just so cool.
And the variety, I mean, there's cool varieties of lots of foods too, but like, wait till you see the dahlias I have on order. Oh, and the tulips. We planted so many tulips. Like,
Is there more tulips?
there's not more tulips coming, but we planted what, like 900 tulips or more. Way more. So
Because of that, yeah.
could be really, really cool.
Yeah, and same. Love seeing our bees on the flowers.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
That would be a good excuse. Baker Creek. Where's that catalog? Yeah. I'm gonna talk about
We got
this.
4 Baker Creek seed catalogs in the mail the other day. Like we need more than one or any.
But their poppy page.
Yeah, the poppies did
It's
look
just
pretty
like
cool.
every single flower on that page.
Yeah,
I was
4.
just like, get that into my life. Okay, so flower and then farming income. That's our plan, right? Your plan?
Yeah.
Yours first, then me.
For what?
For replacing our income.
Yeah, I think so. Not that we're in any rush. But
Look at how giant those are. Like those super fluffy ones.
I mean, I think even if one of us, our main job was, you know, running the farm, I think there's a lot more that we could do. Not only in YouTube, but like just in general.
Yeah.
You know, like all the little maintenance things
Right, if
that
we could be
want to
doing
do.
it full time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it was just one of us, you know, because like building stuff, that's what I do mainly. But now you're doing most of the chicken handling. But you know, it's, you know, if we had, it becomes a time thing, you know, time and money. If those things were infinite,
Right.
it would be crazy.
And my work fluctuates a lot with how busy I am,
Right.
and I'm in a super busy
Yeah.
right now, which is hard because like a couple days this week I would leave. I mean, for people who like always work all the time, I apologize in advance, but like, you know, I leave the house at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and don't get home until it's already dark out, and I'm like,
And usually, like, so I work from home now. I've been working home since last like June, and so it's nice. You know, I don't have that commute time anymore. So in the morning, I can go out and do stuff, and then sit down and do some work. And then like on my lunch break, I can go and do some other stuff. And then again, my day ends, and then I don't have to drive an hour to work. So I just, walk out the back door, and there I am. And so it used to be that, Kat would be able to hang out in the morning and do stuff, and now she's been really busy. So,
But it's still better. Before I had my current job, I worked for Whole Foods Market, and they had me go into the city, and entire days went by that I didn't see the sun because I worked at the Columbus Circle store, and that store is underground. So I would get there at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was dark out, and I would leave at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was dark out, and I literally did not see the sun for days in a row.
how terrible that sounds,
I could
right?
cry
Yeah.
just thinking about that.
Come a long way since then.
Yeah, so
that's
right. So replacing any income with farming so that
Yeah.
none of us ever have to go a day without seeing sunlight
Right.
again unless we
Yeah.
choose to.
Yeah. All right. So animals. We're gonna talk animals first.
Okay, big
Oh,
animals.
unless you want to go through more of this catalog. If there's anything else you like in here.
No, it's okay.
Let's look. Did you show them these? Or those the ones that you really liked?
Yeah, we're gonna buy these unless they're already sold out. Aren't those cool with the big giant seed heads? Poppies don't make great
Cut flowers.
cut flowers. The bees really, really, really like them though. And last year we grew these black swan poppies, and we have a ton of cool pictures of bees just like
Yeah.
they're like
Going
coated
in
in pollen. Like
Yeah.
it's not just like on their little leg sacs. It's like
All over. Yeah.
yeah, they just like
It's like a physical, emotional experience for those bees.
yeah, they just like get in there and like they can't. So,
Yeah.
but I think that these with the cool seed head would add interesting texture to an arrangement, even if the flower portion of it didn't
Right.
last a super long time.
Because we found that with the echinacea too, right? Even if is that what it was? Echinacea.
The blanket
Or
flowers.
blanket flowers.
Yeah.
They look sort of similar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
echinacea
Yeah.
would also be cool with just that little center
Yeah.
head.
So even if we had flowers where all the petals fell off, or like most of them weren't that nice, you can still pluck the petals out, and it would still look cool. Are we trying anything new next season?
Well, we're
well, we-
gonna grow pumpkins.
We are gonna try to do pumpkins in a serious
Fine.
way.
Yeah,
We did plant garlic, which is new for us. We've never done that
never
before.
done that before.
We planted a buttload of peonies.
Yeah, we went hog wild on peonies. We had some peonies that we bought in
as
like
plants.
yeah,
right.
in cans from like Lowe's or wherever at the 75% off end of the
Which,
business.
man, this year just sucks that they didn't have that. We used to go like every year at the end of the season for like 75% off
yeah,
trees.
like 2 or 3 days a week, we would go to Lowe's and just like see what's 75% off today.
Yeah.
But we had never bought bare root peonies, and we spent way more money than we should have on bare root peonies.
Did we get those from Jake?
Uh-huh.
So for those of you who don't know, there's a Facebook group called Wholesale for the Small Scale Flower Farmer, Grower, on Facebook, and it's run by a guy named Jake who sells all kinds of flowers and tubers and bare root plants, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and it's all really great prices, and we can vouch from this past year. What did we get? Was it dahlias that did so
Dahlias
well?
for $1.25 a tuber, which
And
is
they
just
did
unreal.
so great, yeah.
But that was like, kind of a mystery grab bag, which I think we've established that I like. And the marked dahlia tubers I was seeing for the most part for $2.50, but still $2.50 for a tuber for a dahlia is like still an unreal good
Yeah.
price, because we bought dahlia tubers from like Swan Island Dahlia, and they're like $6-7 a tuber, but you can also, there are tubers that are like $30, $40, $50 for a single tuber, and like that's not happening in my world. But
Right. Yeah. But anyway. Yep. Okay, so animals. Scottish Highland cow.
I was telling my aunt about this, and she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I don't know."
What do you
Because
mean you don't
because
know?
they're
Have you
cute.
not seen what they look like?
But how is that going to help us make income?
I thought only part of this was for income. See? Yeah, hairy cats, right? See?
No, I know
How are
that.
they
I
gonna-
know they're for sure cool looking. They're like teddy bear. Hey, finding the puddles. How are you? They're like wicked cool, hairy, cuddly teddy bear cows.
Right, so we just need a couple as pets.
How many are you thinking?
I don't know, 2, 3?
Okay.
Whatever, like the minimum acceptable.
And the horns. That's boys only.
I don't know. But they're gonna love me and just.
They're gonna love you.
Yep.
Okay. What else?
Turkeys.
What are you gonna do with turkeys?
Love them and pet them.
So they're pets.
I think so.
Okay.
We'll see, because
How many?
again, just a couple, and we'll see, because honestly, I'm coming around a little bit to the food part of stuff. But anyway, listen, we have 3 dogs that contribute absolutely nothing
Yeah.
to this equation.
But I want our livestock, like our farm. I want it to try to earn its keep and help with the
Well,
bottom
what if we
line.
did like a petting? People can come and pet.
Oh, I would for sure be into that. Agritourism, I think, should be a part of our long-term plan.
Okay, so there
Like-
we go. So whatever. So I can do whatever I want as long as I say it's for
It's
like a
part
petting
of the
zoo.
agritourism, right? People are going to come to see the Highland
Right.
cattle and the turkeys, and yeah. No, I for sure would be into that.
Yeah. And I think for turkeys it would more just be like, I just want a couple. Turkeys look so cool.
And they sound cool.
Right.
Whenever we watch like Living Traditions videos.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want some turkeys to hang out with, you know?
No, I do know, but I just.
People, help me out here. Right? Turkeys, yes. Highland cows, yes. There's no other answer, right? What animals do you want?
Well, that's what
More
I was going to say.
alpacas.
Yeah, for sure. I want to have more alpacas, and I want to have boy alpacas so that we can have baby alpacas.
Mhm.
And I want to have sheep.
Yep, I'm down with sheep.
Their little black faces and their white bods. I think they're so stinking cute.
Well, and see, so maybe one of the other things is I can learn how to shear,
That would be cool.
and then like maybe we can market that as like a side business where I can go.
You're going to go and help other people
Shear
shear at their
people.
farms?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
We used to go to this.
Driftless acres.
I want a royal palm turkey. They are beautiful. I want a sheep, of course. Felter, nice. Yeah. Angora goats. Yeah, we were thinking about Angora goats too.
Yeah, right. So, like regular goats, I think I'm not particularly
Yeah, not
interested
thrilled
in.
with regular goats.
But Angora goats, I think I could for sure.
Because in general, we are much more in line with the fiber part of things rather than like the
Meat or
milking
dairy.
and meat. Right, yeah. So milking things is not really high up on our priority list. Same thing with raising things for meat. But we would rather...
Oh, turkeys have attitude.
Yeah, you know what? For every person who says that, there's a video out there on the internet of some guy, like, and he just sits down on a basketball court and a turkey comes, like, in his lap and snuggles with him. If that can happen to me, come on!
Gardening in the North. Hi, how are you?
So anyway, okay, so here's where we are. We're going to get Highland cattle.
Yeah.
We're going to get turkeys.
Yeah.
We're going to get Angora goats.
Yeah.
We'll get boy alpacas, and then we'll have baby alpacas.
And you forgot to say sheep.
And we'll have sheep, and I'll learn how to shear, and that'll be another source of income because I'll help shear stuff. It's all working out. See?
And what animals do we not want on the?
Well, again, so I think goats, normal goats, and what's the guineas
Oh, the loud.
that are really loud? Yeah, so none of those.
Yeah.
I'm open.
Ducks.
Ducks.
Name one. Tina. Oh, Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, Angora rabbits. So
I'm less inclined with rabbits.
yeah, I've never had
Sutton Hobby Farm, thank you.
rabbits. To get like Angora rabbits, do you have to kill the rabbit to get the fur, or do you like shear it the way you do with like a big animal?
See, that's a good question. Oh yeah, no. So driftless acres. I think Catherine. The only way that we would get ducks is if they pretty much were free ranging ducks, because we had ducks 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and they are disgusting. Disgusting. We had a little like plastic. All right, good to know that you don't have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Murder.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Yeah.
grow something for fur. If you
So
had
we
to kill it.
had-
I wouldn't want to do
I
that.
think we had 15 ducks, and we had a little plastic. I think we should have had like a kiddie pool that we could dump out, but we had a plastic like in-ground. Yikes. Anyway, we had an in-ground pond for the ducks, and we would use an old sump pump to pump out the water and then give them nice fresh water. And then within 5 minutes, it was just filled with poop.
I feel like we talked about this on our last live.
Well, you know what? We'll talk about it on every single one of our lives.
You know we don't like ducks.
No
we used
ducks.
to raise beef cow.
Yeah. Yeah, just not sure that's part of our plan. Hey, Citystead. Josh,
Oh,
good to see you.
hello. How are you?
Yeah. Ducks are gross and greasy. Yeah.
City said, "Did you get a new job?" I think that's what you said in your video. Less hours a week, more regular schedule.
Oh, that's good.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
If that's
For sure.
if that is what you said,
Right.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
So what else
So
was
no
that?
ducks.
And pigs.
Yeah, Teresa mentioned pigs. I think maybe pigs.
If they're allowed by zoning in
If
whatever
they're
town we
allowed,
end
yeah.
up in.
Because there's some towns around here where they don't allow pigs.
Mm-hmm.
But we
But pet pigs, right? We're
Right.
not.
right not for me. Well, because like a friend of ours, Sleepy Pig Farm, they rescue farm animals, and they have a couple, Maybell and Petunia, like 2 700-pound
Yeah,
pigs.
I like the black one. Which one is that?
I think that's Maybell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. 100 acres, not a problem.
But just for pets.
Just for pets. Yeah.
And what other animals do people keep? That's pretty much it, right?
I think that's it. I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff out there.
Yeah.
We got cats.
Oh, we do have cats.
Yeah. Oh, we got another barn cat. So, that's exciting.
We used to get $60 a baby for our babies. Yeah, I'm sure you said it earlier. Baby pigs, cows. Must be pigs. I'm sure a baby cow is worth way more than $60.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm not a vegetarian, but like I don't know if I could like
Yeah, the family homestead.
raise babies
Pigs, yeah.
knowing that they were gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
I'm such a wuss.
That's okay. It's fine. There's plenty of other people out there doing that. We don't need to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, bees. How many?
Oh, bees.
How many bees are in your dream apiary?
Bees are so expensive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think probably a lot. But so,
10, 20, 30? No murder. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Homestead Overland, thanks for popping
Thanks
in.
for stopping in, for sure. So I don't know.
Let's
Yeah,
make a trip to Texas tomorrow.
that is good. A good question. 'Cause
Travel safely.
I do like the bees, but like, if it's I don't know. If we're in a climate where there's like a ton of, if it's like winter again, like I would just be nervous about losing them.
Yeah.
Overwintering them. And we'll see how they do this year. But I mean, we already lost one.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But anyway, so yeah. So I think if we were in a climate that was warm, I think I would say let's get all of the bees, every of the bees. Because I think also if we looked at it this past year, we probably could have split 2 of our hives.
You think?
Yeah. But anyway, we have a lot. Wow. Milton alpaca. That's something right there, friend.
Yeah, I would milk an alpaca like under duress. Like if there was a baby cria like who was not feeding and like needed to get that, what do you call it? The stuff that they only get the first hour or two. The extra
Half and half?
basically, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Colostrum.
Colostrum.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's why we keep you around, Mulberry
Right.
Beach.
Yeah, I would milk an alpaca like for those reasons. I just don't want to. I don't want to have an animal on the farm that like needs to get milked
Right.
every day.
Right. Guten Yarding, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. So I think so. Highland cattle, turkeys, maybe some pigs for friends, not food. More
So
alpacas.
he just remembered all the animals that he wants and none of the animals that I want.
What did you want?
Sheep.
Sheep. I want sheep too. My brain only holds.
And maybe
so much of
Angora
it.
goats.
Angora, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm on board with all those. I'm more excited.
I know about.
The only thing that I see in my head is a Highland cow.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's funny.
Mm.
Okay, and then chickens.
Hand me that catalog.
This catalog.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got my water glass on it.
So we.
Oh, look at that cute puppy. What a sweet little sleeping puppy. Can you guys hear her groaning?
She is the most dissatisfied. Yeah.
Rob Poley, horses aren't in our dreams, but we'll support other people who have
Yeah.
horses in their dreams.
So. Yeah, because again, like
Joe Downey, hello.
Oh, Joe Downey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Good to see you. So, like, in terms of our farm, like, horses aren't, like, a number one, because, again, like, we're trying to make cash money on that stuff. But anyway.
Driftless Acres just said geese are great. They have 4. I've heard that geese are mean. And I've, like, seen geese. I grew up next to a wildlife sanctuary kind of thing. And there was a pond that had geese doing redneck things with Tony and Leanne. Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, there were geese there, and they were mean.
But maybe they were wild geese.
Well, they were. They were like Canadian geese. But Canadians are usually so nice. Sorry.
Wait, so you're talking about, like, the gray and black geese?
Yeah.
Those are, like, wild geese. I've heard that those are jerks. But Morgan Gold's geese are not jerks.
Right. You know, they are jerks.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. There's video of him, like, trying to go in to do something, and they're, like, attacking him.
Okay. So, in terms of chickens, I would love to have some Ayam Samanis. We hatched some out, but we only got 4, unfortunately, and we'll see if they're actually
Good enough.
like show quality. Okay, so geese are mean and geese
And
are out.
Canadians are mean. Who knew?
Wait, was Josh talking about Canadians?
Yeah,
or
Josh
geese?
said that he worked in Canada, and
Yes.
some Canadians are mean. Very interesting.
I don't think that's what he said, but anyway.
It's not. Sorry, I don't have context.
That's okay.
I can't see anything.
It's hard to raise like exotic chicken varieties because there's, and like, so listen, to everybody out there who raises fancy chickens, like, more power to you, but we're also like, sometimes you just need to chill. And so like, yeah, so like Mulberry says, exhibition wise, because there's like, you have to be like so perfect, and like if you have to have the gray tongue and like, you know, not 1 ounce of white,
And tail feathers going in a certain direction.
right. And so like that's something that we don't have the time to do that.
I also don't have the heart to do it.
Right. Yeah, because
Because
we're
if
not
something-
into
if
like
something-
culling all these chickens.
Yeah, if something pops out and
Right.
it's not like the breed standard.
So, you know, we were thinking that we would start like breeding Ayam Samani chickens, and you know, so I don't think that's going to be the thing. But buff-laced Polish chickens. We have a rooster. His name is Jeffrey. He's a good-looking dude. Maybe what we should do is get some buff-laced Polish hens and get him some girlfriends. But also, we have one frizzled hen.
No, I mean, no.
Well, no, we have one frizzled hen. I think we may have 2, but I know there's one for sure hen that has a similar coloring as Jeffrey. And so I think it would be cool to blend or introduce them, take them on a little date, and see if they can produce some frizzled Polish chickens. Because there's this one chicken on Instagram, I Am Nugget, which is a buff-laced Polish frizzled chicken. Handsome devil, let me tell you.
I Am Nugget also followed us back on Instagram, and I fangirled for a minute.
Just a minute. But yeah, so I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I think maybe instead of breeding like super specific like breeds of chickens, if we just have like really cool, interesting, like healthy chickens.
Yeah, well, I think we can have, there's room for breeds, because I think there's a lot of people out there who would want like Rhode Island Reds
Barred Rocks.
and like Barred Rocks, that kind of thing.
Hopefully
Even like
Silkies.
olive, right? Silkies, I think, are another thing, but not something where it's like so exotic that it needs to be like perfect. I like I Am Samanis because they're black, and I like death metal, and so like, you know, death metal chicken. So we'll see about that. But anyway, we gotta tap it one more time. There you go.
I want to mix my light Brahma rooster with my salmon Faverolles.
Faverolles. We were just looking at those.
Were we?
Well, silver gray Dorking.
And like how we have fajita, the fajita Norman baby. Oh, how cute, those little puffy
Yeah.
cheeks.
Yeah, and good looking roosters too. Yeah, I think Adrian was talking about it last time.
They're
last time
dumb. We like dumb animals.
Yeah. Dumb animals get in less trouble than smart animals.
Driftless Acres. We have black copper Marans and we like them, but I would be interested to hear where you got yours from and like how dark the eggs are, because we got ours from
Meyer?
like Yeah, I can't remember which hatchery, either Meyer or Murray McMurray. And while the eggs are like nice dark brown, maybe I'll grab a couple.
Yeah, they're not like
I was
super
expecting.
dark. But I think that's one of those things where it comes down to like breeding, you know, because there's people like in like Black Copper Moran's group on Facebook, and they have like black eggs, you know. Right, and that's the thing. I think this is kind of what you get from the hatcheries.
So
But I
this
mean, like
one is pretty
that's pretty
dark.
good. Yeah.
Which side is the camera on? This
That's-
side.
So and it's really light on the screen, but it's pretty dark.
But I would be interested in getting some Black Copper Morans from like a better line of genetics. But at the same time, like paying $50-$60 for a bird,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, bleh.
And so, like, especially where we are, like, you know, I think there's a lot of people who
Still pretty good though.
have chickens so they can get eggs, but also the majority of people who have chickens around here want like cool chickens, you know, like, you know, because we're in a pretty affluent area, and so a lot of people look for fun chickens and cool looking chickens. So I think silkies would be a good option. I think like some frizzles would be cool, you know. So I think there's a place for everything. So like there's people who are going to spend $50 on like a pet quality I am Somani chicken, and then there's people who just want like a $5 barnyard mix or whatever, you know, like the same people who go to Tractor Supply and come home with a bunch of
Sizzles.
chickens.
Mulberry Farm silkies and frizzles.
Yeah, I was
See,
thinking that also.
Because we've got Norman, he gives us such cool opportunity
Yeah.
to mix. Because we have barred rocks now that have frizzled feathers, and like Rhode Island, you're like, we're back. Sorry if we just buffered, but it says we're back, so hopefully we are.
Hopefully we're back.
But yeah, if we could mix like silky feathers with cool looking birds, or the top hat of
Yeah.
one bird, you know, I think we could just like do some cool things.
I think that's one of the ways that Catherine was able to talk me into getting more chickens, was doing cool things.
And if we're kind of like making it up as we go, each generation gets darker. We're not super far into it, just do it for fun. Yeah, interesting.
We just wanted, and we got some olive eggers too.
Oh, we're back.
We are back.
Can anybody hear us?
Yeah.
Is anyone alive out there?
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
What is that from?
Anchorman.
Oh.
But anyway.
Hey, we're back.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's possible that our internet just got knocked out.
Yeah. So we may want to. Do we want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we won't stay on too long because now we're on cell phone data, so we
Yeah.
don't want to end up with like a $600 cell phone bill.
So I think the end idea is we're gonna breed some cool chickens, and we're just gonna go to market with what we got. I think we're gonna try to have a broad range where we have like just a regular Norman babies, which are just gonna kind of be a barnyard mix of whatever you get.
And so, like, if you're interested in just eating eggs, like this is what we use for
Right.
our eating egg stock. These are good eggs.
And if I was a first time chicken owner, I would be kind of just psyched to get some local chickens. You know, there's everybody, you know, shop local these days, so I think it would be nice to have chickens that were born by chickens that actually live in the town that you live in. I just think that would be cool. So for our people who live near us. But anyway, Broad Range.
And do you want to talk like quickly about the conversation we had with the hatching
Oh, yeah.
house at Old Yankee Farm?
Yeah, so there is a breeder in Connecticut, and you know, because we were thinking of doing like a little breeding program here.
Oh, the internet's back.
That's fine. We'll just leave it at this for now.
Okay.
And so we were, you know, so we're starting to try to do this to try to earn some more income and sell some baby chicks and hatching eggs and stuff like that. And so we reached out to the hatching house at Old Yankee Farm to just see if we could pick their brains for a little bit. We ended up having like a 45-minute long conversation. They were super, super nice. They were really helpful, and they told us, you know, they some of their things that they do, and then you know how they don't keep feathered feet chickens because then they just end up looking dirty. You gonna say something?
Oh, Joe Downey said that way you don't have to buy 10 from a hatchery. I think that's part of it too, right?
Right.
Because if we're breeding Norman and our own egg laying chicks, then like as our egg layers get older, to continuing to be able to have
Right.
eating eggs, it would be nice to not have to, like, you know, every couple of years spend $5 a pop on
Succession
a bunch of,
sowing.
Exactly, succession sowing of
Chickens.
farm
Bok
fresh
bok.
butt nuggets.
Butt nuggets.
But yeah, so the hatching house, she was so nice. She was so generous with her knowledge.
Yeah.
And I really love that about people, because people who are like, this is my knowledge
Right.
and I earned it, so I'm gonna keep it.
Right.
Like, I can't, you know, like,
Yeah.
we're
It's
all
nice.
in
Yeah.
this together. Like, we're all, you know, if that makes more people who are interested in keeping chickens or keeping interesting
Right.
chickens or having chickens or whatever, like, isn't that better for the whole world?
Just get more people into it.
Yeah. So she was so generous with her time, and she gave us a lot of super helpful tips and things to think about. So
Well, yeah. So finding the puddle. So, the goal would be any breed that we were trying to keep one breed, we would have its own coop for. And I think, you know, this is talking about like when we have a ton of space, and then I think it would make sense to have like tractors so that we could move them around as opposed to them being completely stationary.
but here, one thing that we're going to do this spring, we bought silked white Easter eggers, and we got 10 of those. So we want to have an individualized breeding flock of those. And so they're going to be in their own coop and their own
Right.
run, and like separate from everybody else. And so those are full-size chickens, but they lay Easter egg color and they have the silky feathers. So I think that's a pretty cool combination. And
That should be pretty cool.
we paid a lot per chicken on those, so we're hoping that those work out. And then we got some basic silkies, which we're going to keep separate too. We're going to build a coop over the course of this winter to keep those. We've
Yeah.
got 30 of those coming right after my birthday in February.
Happy birthday. Okay, so I think due to our internet insecurity, I think we're going to wrap it up there for tonight.
Yeah,
Right.
sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you to
Yes,
everybody
thank
who
you,
came and
everybody.
hang out. We appreciate you.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesday at 7.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Hope for less snow.
Less snow.
Less snow.
Win me $5.
Bye, Mulberry Branch. Bye, everybody.